Before we start, warning. Spoilers ahead. Today, I'm going to recap the final part of the Squid Game series. In this part, 2 last games will be played. The committee and sponsors of the game will also come to watch the game as the final unfolds. So, who will bring all the prize money? Who is the person behind the crazy games? Let's find it out. After surviving the game, the players are surprised to see the woman sleeping on her bed peacefully. Since no one was going to partner up with her, she is escorted back by the masked man as the rules imply. On the other hand, the front man continues his search for the infiltrator. He commands the masked man to be on watch since the game's VIPs are coming to watch the finals. The next day, the VIPs arrive and the front man greets them on behalf of the Korean host. Aside from sponsoring the game, the VIPs also bet on the players. Meanwhile, the policeman looks for a chance to expose the VIPs and collect some more evidence. Before starting the 5th game, the players are asked to wear numbered vests. The number on the vest will decide their order in playing the game. The players pick the middle numbers first in hope that they will have a greater chance of surviving. Due to his indecisiveness, Sung is left with number 1 and 16, the first and the last order. Initially, Sung wants to take number 1, but the other player begs him to give him number 1 because he doesn't want to be the last. As a result, Sung takes the last number. After wearing their vests, the players are led to the arena. A tall bridge with glass footholds lays in front of them. The glass footholds are made of 2 materials, a normal glass that will break when stepped on, and a strong tempered glass that will not break. Within 16 minutes, they have to cross the bridge safely, starting from number 1 to 16. Being the first player means that they have to choose the foothold correctly to live, while being the last player means that they have to cross the bridge within the time limit. One by one, the players take their turn and fall. Some are able to take 2 steps, while most of them are only able to take 1 step. As the time goes, some players become impatient and push the players in front of them. When the mafia is at the front, he doesn't want to stake his life and stays at his foothold. Annoyed with his actions, the woman holds the mafia's body and intentionally falls with him. As the game continues, only 4 players left in the arena. Turns out, the foremost player was a glass manufacturer and can differentiate between the glass types. However, when he is about to identify the last foothold, the front man turns the lights off to make the game more difficult. When the time is almost up, Cho pushes the player to save himself. As a result, Cho, the thief, and Sung become the winners of the 5th game. The glass footholds are blown up and some of the fragments shatter and hit the players. In the VIP room, the policeman disguises himself as a waiter and serves the VIPs. When he brings a drink to a VIP, their eyes meet and the VIP takes a liking to him. The policeman is brought to the VIP's bedroom to further serve him. The policeman decides to blow his cover and points his gun at the VIP and interrogates him about the game. He also records all of the evidence with his phone. After getting all of the evidence he needs, the policeman sneaks away from the arena to save himself. He uses diving equipment without knowing that a tracker has been planted. With a radar, the front man chases him to an isolated island. The policeman tries to send the evidence to his superior but receives no signal. He walks up to a higher place but still with no luck. The front man corners him to a cliff and tries to negotiate with him. Unbeknownst to him, the front man is actually his long-lost brother who he has been searching for. He asks for his brother's reason, but is shot down the cliff. In the hall, the 3 finalists are invited to a proper dinner as a reward. Despite being a finalist, the thief is actually dying due to a glass fragment stuck on her belly from the last game. She uses her worn-down clothing to slow the bleeding and decides to bear the pain. During the dinner, Sung and Cho finish their meal, while the thief barely touches it due to her pain. While the masked men are cleaning the plates, a small knife is left on each of the players' tables. When the night comes, Sung tries to kill Cho because of his actions during the last game. However, he is stopped by the thief, saying that he is not a killer. She also asks him to promise that he will take care of her little brother if she dies. Upon realizing that the thief is bleeding, Sung calls for the masked man to treat her. Suddenly, the door opens and the masked men come in with a casket. Turns out, Cho has stabbed the thief to death. That incident enrages Sung and he vows to kill Cho in the final round. The next day, the finalists will play Squid Game for the final round. In this game, Sung as the attacker has to invade Cho's area to win the game. Even though the game looks complicated, violence of any kind is allowed. Sung immediately attacks Cho with his knife and strangles him. Their fight intensifies as rain drenches the arena. At one point, Sung lets his guard down and Cho stabs his leg. However, Sung fights back and corners Cho. With the knife in his hand, Sung tries to stab Cho but doesn't have the heart to do so. He decides to win the game without killing Cho. Upon realizing that the loser will be killed, he tries to leave both the game and the prize through a vote to save Cho. However, Cho kills himself and asks Sung to take care of his mother. After the incident, Sung is declared as the champion and wins the 45.6 billion won. Sung is sent back to his residence with a debit card containing the prize money. Despite his wealth, he is saddened due to his friend's death and chooses not to use the money. He feels guilty about how he got the money and decides to stay poor. When he comes home, he finds that his mother has passed away. 1 year later, his life becomes messier due to the frustration. He suddenly receives the mysterious contact card with an address and time on it. Upon arriving at the agreed time and place, he is surprised to see the old man laying on a hospital bed. Turns out, the old man is actually the game's South Korean host and he participated to enjoy his last moments in life. He also admits that he and the other VIPs make the game because they are bored with their wealth. They can only enjoy themselves by watching people killing one another for the money. Due to his frustration, Sung is infuriated after hearing the confession. However, the old man emphasizes that the players participate based on their own consent. He made the rules to ensure free will of the players in participating. Then, he also thanks Sung for playing with him during his last moments. After thanking Sung, the old man passes away due to the disease. After meeting the old man, Sung decides to accept his new life and use the prize money. He picks up the thief's little brother from the orphanage and entrusts him to Cho's mother. He also gives a part of the money to her to fulfill his promise to Cho and the thief. In the end, Cho decides to catch up with his daughter in America. However, he sees the man who recruited him into the game, trying to round up new participants. He takes the contact card away and calls the front man to threaten him to stop the crazy game. Still not satisfied with the front man's reply, he abandons his trip to America and is determined to uncover the game so that no more innocent lives will be lost again. Subscribe to watch more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like and comment to help the channel out. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.